tie-dye. He is not the self-proclaimed creator of Krump. He is the creator of Krump.
When it's Krump, kingdom radically uplift your body praise.
Fire. Do everything with fire from right now until the last breath, because there's nothing that can stop you.
I was 11 years old when this happened to me. I did not have a dream. I did not have no goal.
Who's driving the machine?
He is the creator of this day.
What's Buck? President Krump, I'm back. Look, I just want to give you guys another quick Buck History Month lesson. This is taking you back to the Rise movie. A lot of people know about Krump because of this movie, this documentary. You know about tie-dyes, you know about Krump, you know about clowning. This was the turning point of a lot of our lives. I can only speak for myself because I wasn't like around a lot of people at this time. It changed my life. I went from just a regular old person just dancing in the living room. Nobody cares. Nobody looks. Nobody does anything. And then I wake up and people know who I am. How that's crazy. It happened to me. And you're young. You just don't know anything about anything. I'm like, what? Granny, what's going on? This movie was a shift in my life. I did not expect any movie opportunity to happen. I was just when they came and got me, two Buck History Month facts. They came and got me for that movie, the documentary. It's a movie, man. It came out, it was a movie. I was telling everybody it was a movie. So when it came out, our first scene when we had the tank tops and the blue jeans and you saw my mom with the Clippers jersey on, that was the first scene that we ever went to go film. We were labbing when they told us about it. And it was at Jesse Owens Park. I had no curtain on my window. Like, everybody knew where I lived. I had no curtain on my window, so I had this big window, no curtain. So you could see me sleeping, but we stayed in the area. It was a lot of poverty, so we couldn't afford curtains. So they just came to my window, like, you can see me. Why are you knocking on the window? You can see me. Just say Chaz. I can hear you. But we're labbing, and I was labbing. And they was like, yo, we got a session at Jesse Owens. And there's some people up there talking about a documentary. Okay, I don't know what that is. What? I'm just in the house labbing like I always am doing. So we go there, and it was like, oh, let's session. Like, yeah, well, let's get it. This is a regular thing. You don't need to tell me twice. But that was the first scene, and it came out of nowhere. I didn't know anything about what was going on. Fast forward in the movie, the scene that made me who I am with tie-dyes. This move here is it's like my trademark move. But let me tell you something about this move and that night. First off, we was training for the battle zone. Like, we were training for it. We knew we had to battle, but battling inside of your living room or with your homies is so much easier. We take that for granted. That is hard, but it's so much easier than dancing in front of a lot of people. I had never experienced dancing in front of that many people. I was nervous out of my mind. We practiced and practiced and practiced. I had some moves, and this move that I got known for was a throwaway move. This was like, if this could go there. I was not taking that move serious. I did not make it for an event. It was just like, oh, this is like a cool little thing, and it wasn't even supposed to go like that. So this moment that happened to me, it came from a move that I just thought was, but it became like the trademark. Oh, that's tie-dye. So that's one fact about that night. And the one that nobody knows, I was very afraid because of the pressure. I wasn't afraid to battle the little homie. Like, I always battle my little homies. Like, I know how to beat you. And we never did this in public. not only are we doing it in public, but it seemed like it was in front of the whole LA. Like all of LA was there. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm so stupid to get involved in something like this. This is really do or die. If you lose, you're immortalized for losing. And yeah, I was undefeated, but I was never battling on stages like that. And this is Tommy the Clown. Like, you think you're gonna beat Tommy the Clown at Tommy the Clown Battle Zone? It's just all the odds stacked against. I remember watching everybody's battle. Then my battle came up. I was so scared I went to go hide under the stage. I ain't even lying about this. I was so scared of the pressure. I was thinking about all of these possibilities. Like, dude, this is little Tighteyex. I know how to beat this guy, but he's dancing for Tommy. Are they going to cheat? Like, are they going to be like just in their judgment? I'm like, we didn't even have intros or nothing. We know Tommy and them went to lace them intros. They knew everything, and you saw him take off his shirt. He was rolling his body for the girls. Like, he had that planned out. That was battle. If it goes wrong, Mayday, Mayday, take off your shirt. So I'm like, I know what this is. And I was just afraid. It's just fear came over me, man. I was never trying to be seen like that. I wasn't that guy. I wasn't trying to be seen. If you say something like, "Oh, I think you're the tightest," okay, well, that felt good. I'm gonna try to believe that and keep that going. So all of this, I am Tighteyex at this time. I have little homies. I'm battling my little homies, so I got a name. But just battling on that stage with, you ain't about to beat Tommy the Clown at Tommy the Clown's Battle Zone, and the fear just overtook me, and I'm under the stage in the back. They're calling this battle. I remember them saying, "Tighteyex, can you come to the stage?" or something like that, or Tighteyex versus Little Tighteyex right now. Let's go. Where's Tighteyex at? I'm under the stage, and I'm like, I ain't coming out. I don't care, and I'm gonna sit here until everybody go home. Everybody, so nobody will know what happened to Tighteyex, and they'll never see me again. I'm thinking this extreme. And I'm under there, and I'm afraid. I could not believe that I was under there, but the pressure was just too great for me. I was, 16? I know how to krump. Like, I know how to do it, but I can't do it. I can't do it in front of this many people. And the same thing, after being scared, and after about 2 or 3 times, I was like, okay, they can't call much more times. They're just going to have to say I forfeited, and I'm okay with that. So I'm under the stage, and the same thing that happened to me when I was 11 years old, like the same rush of adrenaline, the same, I was not in control. I was not in control. So I can't even take credit for the round. I was scared. Fear had gripped me. I was done. I'm under there, sitting in that place, and I get something came over me, which I know now from experience. When I was an 11-year-old boy, the Spirit of God came on me, and I started to dance. I got a prophetic word when I was 10 years old about dancing. I did not understand that stuff. But when I was 11, around 3 a.m., it hit me. I didn't understand it then, but that's the first time I came in contact with that thing. I'm under the stage. Boom. Same thing happens. I got up, and there was a chain. People were like, where you get that chain from? I got it from under the stage. I was under there afraid. And before I left, I saw the chain. I just grabbed it and I put it around my neck. And I was so full of energy that it felt like I was marching. I was not in control. And it was an out-of-body experience from that march. I didn't even remember what had happened. I didn't remember anything. Yeah, I know I stood up like, yeah, but I'm like, oh my God, what just happened here? I don't know. I did not think I was going to win either because I wasn't in control. So I'm marching with this energy, and I believe it was God. Like the spirit of the Lord can come upon you and you will dance. I experienced that. Nobody could take it away. You could say I'm crazy. It wasn't you. You seen the movie, right? I'm telling you right now, this is the same guy. Tighteyex. I just don't have no hair. It's the same guy. The spirit came over me and I danced. I had already been dancing, but I forfeited to my fear. I was too scared to be made a fool out of. I was too scared to lose. I was too scared to show my face. This is who I was. And that moment, it turned out for my good. It defined me in a way. Like it let people know who I was. And I always looked at that as it's a paradoxical thing. Like this moment, I was afraid. I was gripped by fear. I was gripped. From this, I remember what happened to me, and it produces this thing. And I watch it like, get out of here. That really happened. It still don't feel like me. Huh? This is the only thing I had a relationship with. Nothing else. I was not in control. That whole round, I was not in control. I was doing stuff that I've never done before. Filled with energy. It felt, I still feel it when I crump. So when people ask me, what is that? Like, why does your crump look different from, it's the spirit. I really don't know what it is. Yeah, we're doing the jabs and stuff. Like you see the stuff, but it's something behind it. And only the people that are looking deep in crump can see like, that doesn't look natural, buddy. Where did you get that from? That's why I tell people all the time. This is Kingdom Radically Uplifted Mighty Praise. Why? I experienced this. I got up from a fearful state. I believe I had always been dealing with fear. Even in my adult life, fear has tried to grip me. Like always. But if I stand in this moment, like that taught me as a young boy, if you don't have the power to do something, I did not have the strength to even face my peers. God will give you strength and power and help. He was with me doing the dancing. And you can't say it's a lie because I'm still living to tell you. So that is a fact from Buck History Month. This moment that made me Tighteyex on Rise. One was a throwaway move, and the round that preceded this, I had no control because I was afraid under the stage. The energy got inside of my body. I grabbed the chain. I had no idea why I was carrying a chain. But today, I understand. And the same 16-year-old boy that was holding the chain, representing the bondage that is inside of the crump world and the dance world in general. I am sent to break it. I am sent to break the chain and do the unexpected and do the impossible, which I never thought I could do because I was so afraid. But when I tell you, Kingdom Radically Uplifted Mighty Praise is real. This is beyond dance. It is guised in the dance. But let me get off that because I'll be here all day long. I'm excited right now. We got a session coming up February 23rd, the next Essence session. Bang, bang, bang. We're going to let Buck be Buck. This last one we had was fun for me. It was fun to get out there. It's fun to see people have highlight rounds. We had a 7 to smoke. Your boy Bless, he came through and won that. But Bullet and Oxy were going crazy in there. So it was really good, man. Some of the old crump heads that they don't crump anymore, but they still got that crump spirit in them. Jay Slot came through. he actually gave a round. You know, he's like one of the livest individuals ever to exist. And he had his son there. I was able to teach his son some moves and get him in that session for his first round. And let's see what happens now. We had the Jazzy Swag, Jeff. You don't know who these people are, but if you know, you know. These are like people that was really active back when it was just local. Krump was just local. We had some overseas things happening, but when we were just battling each other and training, these were some of the people that were on the front line. Just had to give a little shout out, some honor and respect to the people that were at the session that have put in work, and I remember the work, so it was a fun time. Next Essence session is going to be even more fun. We got some people flying in from out of state, and yeah, it's going to be a different type of buckness we're going to be mixing up in there. And we got loose. I got about 4 rounds in, you know. 4 rounds is, at a session, you usually don't get 4 rounds. We got to get the flow a little bit better. I expected a better flow, but people are leveling up. People are labbing. People are coming there trying to get a feeling for what Krump is. So it's a lot of different things happening. But the more we're consistent with the sessions, the more buck they will be. I'm inviting everybody to the next Essence session. You want to come? You already know the people that's not invited. I don't need to keep saying it. Security will be there. $10 at the door and more time to buck. Because as these things grow, we're going to have more time to buck. It was buck in there. Y'all got to come through. Y'all just got to come through. If people want to come there and call out people for battles, I mean, that's legal. You could do that. But you're just going to have to deal with me if it's not legit. If you're willing to deal with me, then yeah, you could come call out whoever. But you got to be prepared for that response. And if I overrule it, it's going to be overruled. Now, if people come there trying to call me out like, Tighteyex, what you going to do if we call you out? If it's worth the time, I'm bucking on you. We're going to get rid of you. And you're not going to want anybody to see that footage. I would prefer you come to session because the session is this is like the heart of the movement. Before you go into combat, you need to train at sessions. Come to the Essence session and get your impulses trained so that you can manage a better Krump round or just a better flow in your Krump in general. The session teaches me all the time. I love to session. I love to session more than battle. Battles are stressful. It's a lot of things. I mean, I love to battle, but session, you could just be more free. So the Essence session is where the essence of Krump is. And yours truly, President Krump, I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you because I want to buck with you. I want to get as much buck out there into the world as possible. And I did see a guy there. Now, this is a new guy. Never seen him, and this always happens. A guy named Nathaniel. I guess he was out of the 661 area, and somebody told me he's under this Krumper named Shazam. But this dude, I don't know, something about this dude. He got the special sauce. He has the thing that, like, all of the greats, all of the people you see had to have amazing rounds in the past, gotten off before. They had this thing. And I really believe it has something to do with God. Something in all of us. But you can see it come out of certain people more. And this kid, it was just like, man, something special about this dude. And we all was asking questions. Me and Terra Eyes, we was like, yo, who is this? We're talking, we're watching them, but we're like, hey, you're a little too tight for nobody to ever seen you. Who is he? And I'm asking everybody. And then he comes up to me. And he tells me his name is Nathaniel, and he's 19 years old. A humble spirit, just a humble spirit. I'm like, oh, no wonder. If he keeps bucking, he's going to be the next, like, iconic Krumper. You can say I'm crazy, but it ain't about the dance moves. It's about that it's like an unseen ability, and it's all over the dude. So I don't know if he watches this show, but if you're watching, my brother Nathaniel, I was touched by your buckness. It made me realize, dang, God's spirit is still here because I see you. It was a pleasure, man, and I hope to see you again. Hope to buck with you and watch you grow. And if you need any insight, I'm here. I am here. So yeah, all y'all welcome to the next Essence session. Come get it, Buck. Bang, bang, bang. Last order of business for today. I'll tell you the story quickly. You know, a few months ago, I said the only person I would battle that can actually get a battle from me would be Mijo. That is what I said. And that's when I put out that Concrete got to pay 20 and Spartan got to pay 10 because it ain't free for them. They ain't going to come up off me another day. You going to pay a price to get the rounds. It's not free. So everybody was mad at me when I said that, but what you going to do? Yeah, I charge for battles. I charge who I want to charge. So it was mad. Yo, Chaz, you did this. And I said, okay, I'll make an exception. Mijo can get the rounds for free. And we can make it a business venture. I'll pay him. Why come get what you're going to get without some type of payment? You're going to need something after what happens. This is just what I know. I knew about the lives. It was like years and years and years of lives, constant posts, constant things talking about me. Okay. You want to dance though? Or what you want to do? What's the motivation for why you doing all this? You trying to put dirt on my name or you trying to buck? So every situation I always look for, is he trying to buck or is he trying to damage my reputation? Damage it. Do what you can do. I've already had enough of this. I know that nobody can stop. So if I don't stop, what you gonna do? So he started threatening. I'm like, oh, this is strange now. How did it go from I choose to go a certain route with my life, and let me tell you what this route was. I want to follow the Lord. I want to know God. I don't care about, I done been famous. I done been, and it ain't nothing to me. I want to know who God is. So I'm going to do that the same way I went after Krump and being the best is the same way I'm going to do this. A lot of people don't like when you make that decision because they feel like, are you leaving us? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all on y'all way to death. I don't want to die with y'all. So I'm going this way. I don't want to be a hood Negro. I don't want to be a ratchet Negro. I just don't. I want to be godly. I choose this. I guess people get mad and then something strange happens, a conspiracy. Like, oh, Chaz, you're brainwashed. I'm like, dang, they still using this word? Is this what happens when you make your own decisions with your life? People say you brainwashed. Oh, well, I can't stop that one. You just got to keep going because you can't please everybody. So I started to detect a little, okay, this is not about buckness. This is not about, I understand if somebody mad at you for something, but dude, get over it. I don't owe you no money. If you just emotionally mad, you got to deal with your own emotions. And I know Mijo is a very emotional guy. So he starts venting these emotions. Okay, I know how he is. Then he starts threatening. He starts threatening people that I love dearly, like my wife. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. Now you cross the line that where we come from, even in South Central, this is not even tolerated. So you're just breaking all types of laws and codes. Like, you have no honor. So I can't treat you like a guy with honor. So yes, I did want to do business, but I'm not about to put you nowhere near my wife, knowing that you want to slap her and put your hands on her. And I know this to be true about you because you have put your hands on other women. So now it's not about buckness. You're trying to do evil. I can't let you do that. So he called me out in a post. I'm going to put the post up so you guys can read it. But for those of you who are involved in the Krump community, you probably have read this post. And it had something to the effect of, it's a threat in there. So it's like threat and business and then another threat. Like, where is this legal at? Like, what sense does this make? This is a foolish man talking. You're trying to bully me into business. No, I don't fear anybody. I'm not around you because I don't want to be around people like you. and the people that you hang with. I don't want to be around you guys. I made that decision. What's happening over there is not leading to life. I have years around you guys. I do not want to be around any of you for a second of my life if I don't have to. This is my real heart. It's not about fear, even though the word says run from the very appearance of evil. So in that way, yeah, I don't want nothing to do. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. I remove people from my life because I have a right to do that. It's my life. And if I'm wasting it in your eyes, well, what you gonna do, nigga? You just gonna have to watch me waste. You're not about to beat me up and make me live what you're living. I don't see any results in your life. You're doing the same thing. So that's what it spoke to me. Like, how are we gonna get Buck with this violence in the middle, with this, and people are overlooking this. Like, I hate when people do this. You want to make this situation Krump? You think him wanting to slap my wife? And he said it. These are his words. His words. You want to slap my wife and you want me to take a battle with you? Who's threatening your woman? Or are you doing that? Ain't nobody gonna do business with you. There's no amount of bullying you can do. There's no amount of beating up you can do to make me cross over and do business with you with that. Come on. You need to repent, dude, and you need to change and grow up. You can't blame nobody for what's going on with you. You need to wake up. It is you. Chairs ain't the problem. That in front of the Krump world, because all the stuff is out there, all the words, all the posts, all the lives, they out there. And people always coming to me, when you gonna do? Yeah, but you running from me, or whatever. I'm in my house with my wife. I have my child. I am good. I don't need to come do ghetto Olympics with y'all, and I won't. So they be mad at me. Oh well, you can't take nothing. So I decline that battle in Krump world. You can say what you want, but I have receipts on why I do what I do. And if you don't like what I do, I guarantee you're going to be watching it. I guarantee you, because y'all know what it is. So I had to do that openly, and I know the birds is going to chirp and the dog is going to take back the bones, but this is just what it is. Truth reigns on the Krump Inc. channel. So let's make Krump praise again. Peace, people.